as the Second Amendment case quickly approaches the Supreme Court, the hearing date now set for November 3rd, what we're seeing with many of the briefs being filed is not only is constitutional carry at the core of what this case is, because ultimately, in the state of New York, where this petition originally started, you have to prove that your life is in danger in order to get a license to carry outside the home for self-defense. And two gentlemen applied for that license and were denied. They were permitted the ability to carry for hunting or for target practice, but that was it. So now they have filed suit against the state of New York, and it has made it to the Supreme Court. Now, this again means more than constitutional carry, because based on the outcome of this case, if they say that these men have the right to carry outside their home, then that opens up constitutional carry for the entire United States. But more than that, self-defense is now at the core of this case. If you begin to really examine the briefs being filed, the simple act of self-defense is at question now. Why is it at question? Well, because I live in a state that has stand your ground laws, and what that means is if I'm out of my home and somebody attacks me, I can stand my ground, and if that means I have to use lethal force to do so, that is within my right. In the state of New York, it is illegal to use lethal force for self-defense, which is why, in many cases, they do not issue these licenses. If the Supreme Court deems that these men have the constitutional right to self-defense with a firearm, not only does that give them constitutional carry right, but it nullifies all doctrine and all law throughout the country that prevents you from being able to stand your ground. So for example, a lot of states have the castle doctrine, meaning if somebody comes in your home, you have the right to self-defense, but outside the home, you don't have the right to lethal self-defense. So there is much more at stake than the Second Amendment. Now, we all know if the Second Amendment's at stake, the whole country's at stake. But as far as this case specifically, not only is constitutional carry being heard on November 3rd at the Supreme Court, but also the right to self-defense is also being heard at the Supreme Court on November 3rd during this case as well. It's a critical point in the history of our country, I believe. Now, we saw that the Heller case did prove that people have the right to buy a gun for self-defense, but that was in the home. That was in the home. So outside the home, this is kind of a new thing. It's the first time that the Supreme Court has talked about this kind of a thing. So it's going to be pretty fascinating, because specifically what's being addressed is being able to carry a firearm outside the home for self-defense. So constitutional carry and the Second Amendment is up, but so is the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness by being able to defend yourself outside your home. So I believe the entire Constitution might be on trial in this one. So love to hear your thoughts on all this. Put it in the comments below. If you like this video, click like and subscribe. If you feel called to support this channel through Patreon, that link is also below. For the most important part of this channel, we take prayer requests, so never hesitate to send that in. Thank you for watching this episode of God, Family, and Guns. And as always, love God, love your family, and love guns.